just for watching. So go register now at KingLasik.com. That's KingLasik.com.
KIRO Radio and the Seattle Mariners are proud to recognize the men and women of the U.S. Armed Forces at the Salute to Armed Forces Night on Saturday, April 13th, when the Mariners host the Houston Astros at T-Mobile Park. KIRO listeners are invited to nominate a past or current member of our U.S. Armed Forces to deliver the ceremonial game ball before this patriotic game. For more information on how to nominate, contest rules, or to purchase tickets to the Salute to Armed Forces Night, visit KIRORadio.com/win.
Anytime you plan to dig, call 811 first. Your local utilities will have their underground utilities marked, and it's free of charge. Be safe. Call 811 before you dig.
You are in control of the show. Choose your news on the Candy, Mike, and Todd Show. Mike and Todd Show.
Oh, it's the game where the stories are fascinating. The points only matter to us. It's Choose Your News. We're about to give you a couple of headlines. You text your vote, Candy, Mike, or Todd, or something about the story to 98973. That's the Online Trading Academy text line. They'll be listening here in a few minutes at 406. See if your pick made it out on top. But at this point, you are in total control of the show. I question when we do this every day because I know some of you troublemakers. So, Todd, your story first, sir. What is your pitch?
Okay, here it is. A French person wrote a column with a great, big, huge idea on how to make America a better place. Something that she wants to add to our elections. A French person. You want to know what she wants to add? Text my name, or just text Todd's story to 98973. Mike Lewis.
In an industry that does not support the president, generally speaking, there is a massive winner as a result of the tariffs. Something that I think Democrats would find very, very surprising. It's a U.S. company. And if you want to know more of what it is, text 98973 and vote for Mike.
All right. My story today for Choose Your News. We love our dogs here in the Northwest. But how far would you go to keep your dog alive forever? Would you pay a crazy high surgery bill? Sure. What about a huge cloning bill? There's a local story about a woman from Seattle who decided dog cloning was the only way for her puppy to live on forever. Obviously, critics are questioning this practice, but wait until you hear why, because she just didn't stop at one time. Oh, it gets interesting. If you want to hear that story about For the Love of Dogs, you can go ahead and text Candy to 98973.
All right, that's the way it works. You're taking control of the radio station. Man, I am so honored to be doing this again with the Seattle Mariners. Candy, Mike, and Todd Show. We get to participate in the Salute to Armed Forces contest. You, our listeners, have a chance to nominate a past or current member of our U.S. military. And you know what they get to do? They get to deliver the ceremonial game ball at the Mariners Salute to Armed Forces Night, April 13th. You can get full details, contest rules at KIRORadio.com/win. And I want to add something here. I've got to participate now 3 years in a row. And your Mariners treat these human beings with such unbelievable respect. And so does the crowd. I saw a World War II vet who flew B-15s in combat. I saw him come alive again. He's rolled out onto the stadium. His name in lights. Pictures of him as a young man. Pictures of him flying that beast of an airplane. And he rolled out. And the baseball players, these huge men, everybody knew who the hero was. It was a phenomenal thing. I'm deeply thankful that the Mariners are letting us do this again. And before I start crying, I'll just say again, you go to KIRO.com/win. Nominate a current or past member of our U.S. military. Seattle Mariners, and we'll thank you for that. We'll come back, see who won. Choose Your News, your opportunity to take over a pretty successful talk radio station. So call your mom. She'll be so proud. Tracy Taylor's going to check traffic for us now. Tracy.
So Bothell PD is letting us know that they've got Campus Way blocked in both directions from 522 by a bus. There's a tow truck on the way, so they're saying, hey, use Beardsley to get to campus this afternoon. Drivers encountering a few delays, and one of which is on South Bend I-5. If you are leaving a Highway 18 heading out towards the King Pierce County line, you're going to run into a wreck that is off to the left side. A little bit of a distraction and very heavy outside of the 5 curve and heading out towards the Puyallup River Bridge. Boy, have we ramped up leaving the Tacoma Mall and heading into parts of Lakewood. Speaking of Lakewood, it's lined up as well, leaving Joint Base Lewis-McChord. There's some heavier traffic on 512 closer to Canyon, again past the South Hill Mall. Drivers here in Seattle are encountering a few delays, more so on northbound I-5 as we get out of downtown. I'll tell you more about that coming up here at 4:03. KIRO Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Tracy Taylor.
KIRO Radio, 97.3 FM, KIRO FM, Tacoma, Seattle.
Attend a free online trading academy workshop. Text Gridlock to 57682 and register for workshops in Federal Way, Linwood, Gig Harbor, Silverdale, and Tumwater. Text Gridlock to 57682 and learn how you can acquire investing skills for life. Register now.
I got chatting with one of my buddies at the gym today, and he's nearing retirement. He's got a beautiful, beautiful home on one of the islands, and he said he was looking at doing the reverse mortgage. So I said, who are you looking at? He goes, oh, we got this piece of mail. I said, nope, stop. If someone is pitching you the reverse mortgage, they've already made a determination that it's right for you. That program is really complicated, okay? And for some people, it's great. Effectively, your house pays you to live in it. In other cases, it's really a bad idea. Now, there's one guy who will give you the honest advice you can trust. He'll tell you if this is right for you. That's Steve Teitler and the team at Best Mortgage. They can also tell you about the jumbo reverse. If you're seeing your house is worth more than $1 million or $1 million or more, you can get more money than a traditional FHA, and people do that to balance out taxes, etc. Steve can explain that to you. So, look, if you're looking at that, you got a lot of equity in your house, not as much cash as you'd like. Call Steve Teitler before you do anything else. Ask him about the reverse mortgage. Is it 425-649-6000? You only get the honest advice you can trust at Best Mortgage. 425-649-6000.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Errett, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my daughter. One of the things I value most in life is time. Time to spend with my daughter, time to spend with family, and the time I put into my company that's reinventing the way women color their hair. The busiest, most successful women I know use Madison Reed, the amazing hair color hack. In under an hour and for less than $25, Madison Reed delivers gorgeous, shiny, multi-dimensional, healthy-looking hair with an ammonia-free formula. You'll look like you just came from a salon, but the reality is you have more me time to do what you love. Things get busy. Let us take care of you and your hair. Find your perfect shade at madison-reed.com and get 10% off plus free shipping on your first color kit. Use code Seattle123. That's code Seattle123. Try it. Love it. That's the beauty of Madison Reed.
T-Mobile Park. New name, same great ballpark. Where you can see a stunning double play and equally stunning skyline from the same eye line. Catch firework displays and firework-worthy plays.
Gone! Two-run home run, Mitch Haniger!
Let the whole family fill up on their favorite summer treats
Ice Cold lemonade.
and plays that can't be beat.
They made the catch! That is your ball game! Mariners win!
We'll see you soon at the corner of Edgar and Dave. Welcome to your summer home. Welcome to T-Mobile Park. Mariners baseball, true to the blue.
In just a few short days, Mariners baseball makes its way to T-Mobile Park for the 2019 season. Starting Thursday, the Mariners open their first home series of the year against the World Series champion Boston Red Sox. It's a can't-miss four-game weekend set that includes Mookie Betts, Chris Sale, and the Red Sox taking on Mitch Haniger, Yusei Kikuchi, and the Boys in Blue. Great seats remain at mariners.com.
Beat the rush. Call State Roofing today about a composition roof, and they'll start on it within a week. Plus, pay $0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for a full year. StateRoofing.com.
State Roofing. Call the man who loves to roof.
This traffic report is brought to you by Washington Policy Center.
Don't wait. Get your roof project started today. Hi, I'm Lori, owner of Guardian Roofing. We're known for making your roof last. Our expert team takes every measure to repair and maintain your roof. Contact us today for your free inspection. GuardianRoofing.com.
We depend on our drinking water supply daily, but where does that water come from? Your water provider encourages you to get to know your local water source so together we can protect and preserve it. The investments we make as a community to protect our water source now ensure we have a sustainable drinking water supply for the future. Visit drinktap.org to learn more. This message is brought to you by the American Water Works Association and your local water provider.
This week's First Mark Challenge victory goes to Dave and Terry. What do you guys call First Mark Insurance?
The company that we had been with could not seem to get the numbers right. It turned out to just be a nightmare.
Well, tell me about your experience with First Mark customer service.
Oh, it's awesome. The whole experience with them has been great. They listen, they do their job, and and they follow up, and it's just, it's great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What were they able to do for you price and coverage-wise?
Coverage was better. The price was less. And their customer care department made it clear to me that they were there for me.
Awesome.
Okay, you bet, Dory.
Tell Terry I said hi.
I will do that.
Okay. Hi, Terry. Thanks, you guys. Dave and Terry did it. You got to do it. Take the First Mark Challenge. See how much they can save you and how much better your coverage will get. Go to firstmarkinsurance.com.
At Farmers Insurance, the more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Get smarter about your insurance at farmersinsurance.com. That's farmersinsurance.com.
KIRO Radio, 97.3 FM. Online at mynorthwest.com and streaming on the KIRO Radio app. KIRO FM, Tacoma, Seattle. News and talk. Powered by the Pacific Northwest.
A get-out-of-jail-free card for Jussie Smollett.
Is there no decency in this man?
The border wall emergency declaration will stand.
The veto of the president is sustained.
Democrats look to shore up Obamacare.
Reverses the GOP healthcare sabotage.
This is the CBS World News Roundup Late Edition, sponsored by the Capital One Venture Card.
A startling about-face for prosecutors in Chicago who had added a total of 16 charges against Empire actor Jussie Smollett, basically throwing the book at him over that alleged staged racist and homophobic attack. But today they dropped all of the charges. Defense attorney Patricia Brown Holmes.
There is no deal. The state dismissed the charges.
Smollett thanked prosecutors for doing the right thing.
Now I'd like nothing more than to just get back to work and move on with my life. But make no mistakes, I will always continue to fight for the justice, equality, and betterment of marginalized people everywhere.
Correspondent Steve Futterman.
Two of Chicago's most powerful people are not happy. The most vocal, Mayor Rahm Emanuel.
This is without a doubt a whitewash of justice.
He calls it a person of privilege getting a special deal.
You cannot have, because of a person's position, one set of rules apply to them, and another set of rules apply to everybody else.
Chicago's police superintendent Eddie Johnson is also angry.
Do I think justice was served? No.
Steve Futterman, CBS News.
The House has failed to override the president's veto of its resolution to roll back his border wall emergency declaration.
The final vote, 248 to 181.
2/3 not being in the affirmative, the veto of the president is sustained, and the joint resolution is rejected.
It wasn't expected that the Democratic-led House would reach the roughly 290 votes or 2/3 majority required to override the president's veto. Democrats and some Republicans believe the national emergency to build a border wall trampled on Congress's so-called power of the purse to make government spending decisions. Bill Rakoff, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
House Democrats today unveiled a wide-ranging bill to expand the Affordable Care Act by allowing more middle-class Americans to qualify for federal subsidies and expanding subsidies for low-income people. Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
This House, with a Democratic majority, we're here to strengthen those protections and to lower health care costs.
The White House also taking a new tack on Obamacare. CBS's Paula Reed.
The Trump Justice Department now says that it agrees with a lower court ruling out of Texas that declared all of Obamacare invalid. That December ruling came a year after the GOP's tax bill repealed Obamacare's tax penalty for people who are uninsured. The Texas judge ruled the provision was so central to the law that it just couldn't stand without it.
On Wall Street, the Dow gained 140. Now this.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture Card. When you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase, your next trip is closer than you think. What's in your wallet?
A suspect is in custody after a homicide in Pierce County this afternoon. Details coming up after KIRO Radio real-time traffic with Tracy Taylor.
Heather, I want to get started with some drive times right now because they're relatively high, especially since the sun is out, and I know you're ready and you're itching to leave the office. It's going to take you about 82 minutes from Seattle to Everett. It's going to take us 22 from SeaTac to Seattle. And drivers, if you're headed from Seattle to Federal Way, that will take you about 36 minutes. The hang-ups this afternoon are on the northbound 5 I-95 drive outside of the convention center, working its way into Mount Lake Terrace. And once again, as we leave the Boeing Freeway all the way up into Marysville. Now, there is a wreck on South 95 just north of 188th in SeaTac, and that is taking up the HOV lane, and that's what's causing that hesitation for drivers heading up South Center Hill. But speaking of hesitation, leaving Highway 18, heading out towards 54th and 5 and continuing out towards the Puyallup River Bridge continues to be on the slower side of things. So is the Valley Freeway as we leave Highway 18 into parts of Algona Pacific. Now, the drive across the water seems to be in pretty reasonable shape if you are headed on 520. I-90, on the other hand, not so much. Eastbound outside of the tunnel, and once again as we come off of Mercer Island, the westbound bridges seem to be in pretty good shape. Traffic is brought to you by Fred Meyer. Buy 5, save 5 event happening now. Mix and match any 5 participating items and save $5 at checkout at Fred Meyer. KIRO Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Tracy Taylor.
Now, from the KIRO Radio newsroom and streaming on the KIRO Radio app.
One man is dead after a fight in Spanaway this afternoon. Pierce County Sheriff spokesman Ed Troyer says the suspect took off towards Joint Base Lewis McChord, where he surrendered to military police.
This is not a whodunit. What we do need to find out is what led up to the argument, what led up to the shooting, but we do have the suspect in custody, and we have one deceased. We don't know what the relationship is at this point. Investigations are just beginning.
Deputies have not yet identified the victim. The family of a 21-year-old man shot dead in Seattle's Cal Anderson Park are pleading for the shooter to come forward. His cousin tells KIRO 7 TV that Hakeem Salahuddin was playing basketball with some friends last week.
A fight broke out between a male and a female, and he knew the girl, so he went over to help, and then he got shot.
He was the father of 2 with a 3rd child on the way. It's the law in King County.
Don't use solitary confinement for punishment of young people in our jails.
But KIRO 7 TV reports teenagers have been put into solitary confinement 15 times in the last 5 months. The King County Council banned the practice in 2017. The city of Everett's going to try out a safe parking lot program for people who are living in their vehicles. The Daily Herald found out that Everett plans to spend $25,000 on the project, which will be run in partnership with faith-based groups. Roughly a third of the homeless people in Snohomish County are living in cars and campers. House Democrats want to spend some of the state's transportation budget on
a brand new $99 million electric-powered ferry. They also want to convert 2 other ferries to run on both electricity and diesel. So to pay for all of this, the proposal first calls for a 6% fare hike. There would also be a new fee on every transaction made with a credit or debit card, and each vehicle fare surcharge will go up from $0.25 to $1.
That's KIRO 7 TV's Petrania Pulsawan. And now look at your forecast.
Overnight lows into the low to mid 40s, 60 degrees for Wednesday with a few showers late into the afternoon. From the KIRO 7 Pinpoint Weather Center, meteorologist Claire Anderson.
It's 56 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Heather Bosch.
From Everett to Eastlake, this is KIRO Radio 97.3 FM.
News and talk, powered by the Pacific Northwest.
This is the Candy, Mike, and Todd Show on KIRO Radio 97.3 FM. 97.3 FM.
Man, it keeps happening. It's another jackknife semi. And we're going to tell you where it happened. And Tracy Taylor's going to talk to us about why it appears to continue to happen. But that's like minutes from now. This is your moment. If you feel the surge of power, you should. Congratulations. You're about to take over KIRO Radio.
Did everyone agree with you? Let's find out. Choose your news on the Candy, Mike, and Todd Show.
Everybody probably agreed with you. You make the best choices. All right, we gave you a little taste of our stories. You've been texting your votes very creatively, I might add. Candy, Mike, or Todd at 98973. That's the Online Trading Academy text line if you ever want to get a hold of us. From the 425, Todd, I usually vote for your stories just because you're the balance in an imbalanced news outlet, but who cares about what some French person thinks about our politics? So today I'm going with Candy's story.
Nice. Like it.
Had to fit that all in. From the 425, give me an M. Give me an I. I'm not doing the whole cheer. You get the point. That vote was for you, Mike, for your story about the unlikely tariff winner in the whole tariff thing. And then from the 360, one nod for Todd. I'm surprised we have not heard that yet in Choose Your News. Congratulations. The Choose Your News scoreboard currently says, excuse me, Mike at 13, Todd at 16, I am at 12. We do have a winner.
We have a winner.
Yes, we do. Me.
Man, you're staging a comeback,
Thank
Candy.
you. I know. I do what I can.
Yep.
So we do love our dogs here in the Pacific Northwest. My dog Brooklyn is listening right now. And people will pay a crazy high surgery bill if you tell them, hey, this will fix the dog. It'll be fine for the rest of its life. Sure, we accept that. But what about a huge cloning bill? This is a story of a local Seattle woman who has decided that dog cloning is the only way for her puppy to live on forever. Okay, so her name is Amy. She lives in Seattle. She has 4 kids that are now grown. They're out of the house. And the dog that was there during their childhood was kind of like this 5th child to the family. His name is Buner. Guess who he's named after? Anyway, so she was so attached to the toy poodle, the idea of him leaving her too made her cry every day. So this started to become a very emotional decision while she was searching for her next dog. And then she said the personalities were not the same, and she couldn't find the next dog that would stand up to what she thought Buner was, the greatest dog of all time. So she contacted the same Texas company, Vigen Pets, that cloned Barbra Streisand's dog back in 2017. And now she has 3 identical puppies, Buner Jr., Baxter, and Ditto. And she now says she plans on cloning Buner Jr. and Ditto in around 7 years. She said, I could not be happier. It was the best decision I've ever made. I would clone over and over again. And that is her plan, is to keep cloning the same dog. Now, veterinarian, his name is Evan Anton. He's from Evan Goes Wild, if you've ever seen this on Animal Planet. He talked about dog cloning, and he's very clear, you're not getting the same dog.
Your dog's personality and who they are is largely shaped by the life they've lived and the
Apparently, he was doing this report from the club.
experiences that they've had. If I clone Henry right here, it's not going to be Henry. It's going to be basically a twin of Henry. A lot of these animals have birth defects or congenital diseases or other issues. They do have different personalities from the original dog and different personalities from each other.
So cloning a dog costs about $50,000. Cloning a cat, about $25,000. She says, people said what I was doing was wrong because there are animals out there that need to be rescued, but that's like telling a mother that she shouldn't have her own child when there are children out there who need parents.
I sit stunned. I sit stunned because we were talking about this with dogs, and there was a mention of cats. You don't want to clone cats. Because the dog thing I get, but several generations down this cat thing, you're going to end up with their already predisposition to murder you in your sleep. This is
true.
This is unforeseen circumstances. Your dog won't eat you for days, right? If you die in your house, as I understand it. Your cat starts smacking on you right away, start creating a snack on you within an hour, right? When you die, it smells you. So I've read about this cloning stuff. And let me ask you this. Is this a because we can, we should thing? How do you stand on this?
Well, in her mind, she said that when she went to go meet other dogs, they were not the same because she has in her mind what the personality of this particular dog was. That's what she loves so much. She wanted the personality again and again. And she says she plans on cloning over and over.
And sorry if I missed this, but what's the cost?
$50,000.
$50,000 to do that. And so
she has the money.
Yeah, no, she has the money. I mean, I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of dogs out there in need of rescue. You know, it seems that you could maybe figure out a way to love a dog that isn't quite exactly the same, just a genetic copy, obviously not emotionally the same, and maybe put, I don't know, spend a couple $100 on that and then put $48,800 into maybe an animal rescue nonprofit and do something like that. Why would you? It seems so, it's not even the ethics of it that bother me, it's the indulgence of it that bothers me.
Because it's $50,000 of just
$50,000 when there's so many dogs out there that could actually use a good home.
Look, that's somebody who has 1% problems, right? Their problems.
But
are
I don't think.
different than
But I don't
ours.
think they are free of the rest of society because they're wealthy, and they're certainly not free of sort of your moral and ethical standards. They can do. I guess they can do what they want. It just for me. $50,000, you could spend it a lot better and do a lot more for dogs.
I can't believe I'm sitting there standing with Mike completely and totally on this. I mean, I couldn't. I should shut my hole because you just said that so well. Sorry, Candy. Mike won that one.
That's my story. You can't win Choose Your News with my story. You can't do that.
We'll let Tracy Taylor settle that discussion, but she has a bigger job ahead of her. Traffic report from Tracy Taylor.
About 80 minutes from Seattle to Everett. It continues to be very slow on northbound 5, not only around the West Seattle Bridge into downtown, but outside of downtown into Mount Lake Terrace, and once again leaving the Boeing Freeway all the way into parts of Marysville. We did have a 1:10 Mariners exhibition game against the Padres at T-Mobile Park, and we'll start